Are you happy now? Are you happy now? 102-0. New Zealand win over the Tonga. Oh man, what can I say? So going into this game, okay, Tonga had like 25 players or something that was not available due to just injuries, availabilities, and apparently the Tongan, there are some players club and their agents were telling players, do not play in this match, not worth it. So yeah, Tonga had to play players from literally straight out of club rugby. Club rugby, yeah, people that your average Joe's next door basically. That's majority of the Tongan team was made of. And there's the All Blacks scored. How many tries is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 tries. I am not going to go over everything that happened because I stopped writing. When I realized I'm going to run out of paper writing down everything that's happened. So we're just going to go through some of the highlights, some of the stuff that you probably are not going to see in the highlight reel, and let's just talk about it, right? So, yeah, right from the start, the national anthem was playing. Everybody's very excited to see the All Blacks back, to see their first game. This was at home. This was at Auckland. This is at a rugby league playing ground, which a lot of the Tongans love to watch. So there was a massive turnout for Tongan fans. And man, this is really disappointing that this is the result that they got. Not because of the players' fault, but there's just so much politics behind the door that has restricted some of the players that could have put on a better performance for the Tongan team. And the national anthem play, I thought the New Zealand national anthem, I don't know who was singing it, was, yeah, I don't know. Tell me what you think. I am not a musician, but I felt like the New Zealand national anthem really like dragged a little bit from the person that was performing it. But yeah, I'm not going to criticize that. I am not a singer myself. I'm here to talk about rugby, so let's get it on. If you're going to watch this game, okay, first of all, if you're going to watch this, everything that happened before the game is the best part of the game. The Haka standoff, Haka versus the Sipitao standoff was pretty epic. I really want to see the 2003 Rugby World Cup, Haka versus Sipitao going head to head. I thought that was the most awesome thing ever. When the two teams just did Hakas at the same time, as they marched towards each other, that was like super epic. But nowadays, I think out of respect, they don't do that anymore. So Tongan started with the Haka. They set up like a V shape, not just one line, but like two lines in a V shape, pointing at the All Blacks. Like they were really building it up. Took a really long time to get into it, and then when that was done, like I thought the players were like probably exerted half the energy just doing their Haka, and then the All Blacks started doing their stuff, and the All Blacks gets into their triangle shape. I honestly, personally, I am not a big fan of the triangle shape. I'm sure someone's probably going to tell me, oh, the triangle means something, but the old traditional Haka where they just kind of like scatters and stands around in like 2 or 3 lines. And then, yeah, and having like just slowly marching towards the opposition. I thought that was way better. So the triangle, I think that's for like TV. But the All Blacks just did the traditional, not Kabogopango, the traditional Haka, what's it called? Kamate. And that was pretty epic as well. The Tongans marched up to the halfway line to face the challenge, to take the challenge chest on. And that is pretty much the best part of the game. And that is as much of a fight the Tongans put up for the game, unfortunately. So the game starts, okay, right away. You realize that the Tongans really didn't know the Tongans try to play a kicking game that you normally see in like international rugby. So they were kind of like trying to do a lot of kicking over the top, kicking behind, and the All Blacks just had them covered. And to be quite frank, the kickings weren't that good. So the All Blacks are just like, all right, you're gonna kick the ball. We're more than happy to run at you. And straight away started attacking. First try was scored by the All Blacks. Damien McKenzie, 1 minute in, goes over for the try. Just nice little hands, goes in for the All Blacks for the third try. A few minutes later, All Blacks scores the second try. Papali'i goes over for the All Blacks' second try. Again, the Tongans seems to just like kick the ball away, and the All Blacks are all right, we will run the ball. 2 minutes later, second try goes in. Third try, another 2 minutes. 6 minutes into the game, Brad Weber goes in for the All Blacks. I don't even remember how he scored. I think I'm not going to talk about it. There's too many tries. And after that, on the 8th minute, Will Jordan, the guy that's most informed player for the All Blacks, I'm really, really glad to see him at number 14 instead of number 15, because D-Mac really played well at number 15, and Jordan also did I thought Jordan is a much better finisher at like wing than 15, although he is a really, really good 15 as well. So Jordan goes in for his first try of many tries for the evening, right? 8 minutes in, there was 4 tries for the All Blacks. And then the game kind of slowed down a tiny bit. Brad Weber goes in for his second try at 15 minutes into the game. And then it took another 4 minutes for Will Jordan to go in for his second try as well at 19th minute. And then after that, the game settled down a bit, okay? So the All Blacks put on 5 tries in 15 minutes. And it was looking like some kind of world record is going to be broken here, okay? And the game settled down a little bit. Tonga got the ball for the first time on the 30th minute mark. First time they touched the ball on the 30th minute mark. And, not 30th minute mark, what was it? 15th minute mark, sorry. On the 15th minute mark, after Brad Weber scored, Tonga finally got the ball for the first time, and they instantly lost it. The commentator was like, oh, Tonga's finally got the ball, let's see what happens. Instantly. One phase, instantly lost at the breakdown. And then, however, the All Blacks started testing out a little bit from the 19th minute to about the 35th minute for the next about 20 minutes or so, 10-15 minutes or so. The All Blacks seems to be like testing a lot of stuff. There was a lot of like little chip kicks that kind of just like 50-50 kicks that didn't really turn out for them. So Tongans actually had a chance to kind of like hold up a little bit. So on the 34th minute, so there has been about 10 minutes or so, 10-15 minutes or so almost, where the All Blacks hasn't scored and the Tongans were not going anywhere. And the commentator goes, and I quote, "If Tonga can stop All Blacks scoring before halftime," and then there was a pause, as he struggled to think what words he should use next. He says, "I feel like they're getting somewhere." What are you gonna do? Stop them from scoring and then somehow magically score 5 tries against the All Blacks in the second half? Hello? He picked his words really carefully, but yeah, didn't think that was gonna happen. And then also, as soon as he said that, a minute later, the All Blacks cracks the Tongan again. Papali'i goes in for his second try. Now we have 3 players with 2 tries each on the field. Okay, including Damien McKenzie with 1 try by himself. And going to halftime, that was the halftime tries. I think there was 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tries, and I think 5 of them were converted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 4 converted out of the 7. Wait, only 4 converted? That's pretty poor for Mo'unga. Yeah, so Mo'unga's had a bit of a bad day today. So that was 7 tries in the first half, and only 4 conversions were successful. Could have been higher. Mo'unga's in the Super Rugby time. Sometimes Mo'unga does really well. So if he takes a break, Mo'unga seems to be off a little bit when he comes back. That seems to be what happens to him in Super Rugby as well, but not always. So Mo'unga seems to be a bit off. Goes into halftime. Second half, second half starts. Again, the All Blacks just kept the pedal to the floor. A minute into the second half, Jacobson scores for the All Blacks. A few minutes later, 46th minute, Will Jordan goes in for his third try of the evening. And at this point, it's starting to look like Jordan could potentially break some try scoring record, which was set by Mark Ellis, 6 tries against Japan in 1995 Rugby World Cup. And then a few minutes later, Brad Weber is back at it for his third try at 49th minute. And on the 53rd minute, Richie Mo'unga finally gets his first try of the evening. And then there was so at this point, Tonga was just like trying to run the clock down. This was so bad. Tonga was trying to run the clock down with scrums. Okay? So basically, every opportunity Tonga had, they just try to run the clock off. Every time there was try scored, the Tongans just taking as much time as they can to get themselves back to the halfway point so that they don't have to do the kickoff, to take as long as they can to do the kickoff, right? So for example, at the 45th minute, okay, the Dan Coles was having a lot of fun, like as he always. He was playing basically like a back. There was one point where I think someone else was I don't even know what was happening. Someone else was throwing the ball in, and Dan Coles was getting lifted in the lineouts or something, and it was like as a receiver in the lineouts. I'm not sure what's going on. Someone else was throwing the lineouts, but anyway, at one point in the 45th minute, Dan Coles, he recovered the ball on the ground. He did really well to get himself back out on the feet. He didn't get tackled, and he just he found himself a gap, and he just burst himself through the Tongan defense and started running down. And the fullback comes up, and Dan Coles decided, hey, everybody's kicking the ball away. Why don't I try it as well? He does a chip over the top, and the ball just bounced a little bit too far and went over the dead ball line, right? So now the ball went over the dead ball line. This should be a 22-meter dropout, right? And Tonga, instead of doing the 22-meter dropout, opted for a scrum. And by the way, the Tongan scrums was getting dominated by the All Blacks. There was just scrum turnovers all game. Lineouts were just Tonga hasn't won, I think, one lineout out of the whole game, maybe 2. Out of the whole game, they lost every one of their lineouts except for maybe 2. Okay, and then scrums as well. The Tongan scrums were just getting demolished, penalty left and right against the Tongan scrums. I was looking for a penalty try, but didn't happen. Still, the scrums are pretty horrendous, and you would think that you want to do a drop out here at this point when you have a 22-meter dropout. You think you just don't do the dropout. Nah, Tonga wants to set up a scrum. They set up their own scrum on their own 22-meter line, and instantly gets turned over at the scrum. So you figure why they're doing this. The only explanation for this is they're trying to run the clock down. So they it's so bad. They're just trying to run the clock down, despite the fact that they're losing just about every scrum. And giving away penalties, they're just trying to run the clock down with scrummaging. Same thing, we will see it in a bit later. Tongans was getting penalties instead of kicking for 3 points, or go for a line out, or take a quick tap. They opted for scrums just to run the clock down. It's so pathetic. And yeah, anyway, we're going to have a look at that. 53rd minute, Mo'unga goes in try. We talked about that. Damien McKenzie was playing really well. He's number 15 jersey on, but he's playing more like a second half. So he's linking up a lot in the gameplay, almost like a second 5A, which he did really, really well. He set up some really, really nice tries. To be really honest, Damien McKenzie is really, really good. I really struggle to think where to put him over Jordie Barrett. I do think that he could definitely start over Jordie Barrett and have Jordie Barrett coming on as a finisher for the All Blacks, just because the McKenzie, the amount of, the kicking was so accurate for me as well. A little grabber kick behind, the ball rolls out just inside your 5-meter line, was really accurate, and the way he links up with people in the back line, so almost like a second 5A, he does so well. I think this performance probably have solidified him as a number 15 spot over Jordie Barrett, to be honest. That's probably one of the things that I sort of got out of the game. At the 54th minute, after Richie Mo'unga scores, Bowden, the Black Sheep Barrett, is finally back on New Zealand soil for his game. And Finlay Christie makes his debut, but who cares? Bowden Barrett makes his return. Man, it's to be fair, personally, I absolutely hates Beauden Barrett, okay? But I know he's really popular, like, in the New Zealand, and I can see why. The guy has a really nice smile. He has by far the nicest looking smile out of all three Barrett brothers. Like, both these other brothers are hideous. Beauden Barrett could easily be like, I don't know, like an underwear model or something. I don't know, you know, like maybe he should try to sell his own underpants or something. Like, he's such a nice looking fella, man. Oh, God, like, so good to see him on the field. Just such a nice smile. Makes everyone, okay. Yeah, maybe he, I don't know, just saying, maybe he should try to become a model or something. You know, I don't know, just out of my head, maybe try some underwears. I don't know, just saying, you know. Anyway, Beauden Barrett comes on. I think he sets up this try for Will Jordan for his fourth try on the 55th minute. That's 4th try on the 55th minute. And at this point, it's looking like he's getting close to break the record, getting closer to the record. On the 60th minute, Ioane, the forward Ioane, Ikea Ioane, struts in for his first try of the night at 60th minute. Just, big busting run, pick and go sort of stuff. At the 63rd minute, Geordie, the freak Barrett, is on. He's been sitting on the bench playing with hot water bottles. And he looked kind of like, whatever. Getting on. And this was a penalty, again, against the All Blacks. So the second half, so from this point onwards, the All Blacks discipline really just like took a nosedive. The All Blacks discipline has been like a bit off at the start of throughout the game, but after the 16th minute, it just really taken a nosedive. The amount of penalties that was given out against the All Blacks was just like mounting up. And like really surprisingly, Tonga just opted for scrums. No lineouts, no quick taps, just opted for scrums to run the clock down. Not even opting for 3 points where they could have kicked it. At one point, where Tonga had like right in front, 30 meter out, easily kick a point. The whole crowd was cheering, like go for like 3 points or something. Everybody was cheering, and the Tonga's just like, we'll go for a scrum. Like the crowd was so loud cheering for Tonga. You think that the All Blacks was away in Tonga or something. There were so many Tongan fans really wanted to see the team score points, but the All Blacks is like, nah, not on my watch. Really, really disappointing for the fans as well. So, at the 76th minute, Tui Pelutu goes over for his try. Tui Pelutu, just one of you guys viewers calls him the hat-trick, Tui hat-trick Pelutu. Tui Pelutu, hat-trick Tui Pelutu. And he goes over for his try, 76th minute. And then finally on the dying stages, on 80th minute, Tonga's had the ball. And they're just trying to attack, trying to get a try. The crowd was cheering really, really loud. And you kind of just feel that you're like, I don't see Tonga score a try. But you had that feeling that the All Blacks could probably score one. And sure enough, the clock's in the red, over 80 minutes. Tonga penalized for, I think it was a scrum penalty or something. Turns the ball over for the All Blacks. All Blacks takes a quick run. A minute later, George Bridge goes over for another try for the All Blacks. Triple digits, 100 points to nil. And then Beauden Barrett gets the kick in, nice and easy, 102 points to nil. Oh, there was one point where Beauden Barrett was kicking. He didn't even bother use the tee anymore because the try was scored right on the post. He didn't even bother like wasting time setting up a tee. He just grabbed the ball and drop kicked it and then just carried on with the game. And then like literally the last thing Tonga wants, right? They're just like, oh come on, take your time, so we can can take a break. But like Beauden Barrett's like, nah, I'm just gonna drop kick this and Josh kicks the goal, and then Tonga's just like, damn it, now we're gonna do the kickoff. Alright guys, let's do the really slow walk back onto the halfway line. Oh god, and 102 points to nil. Let's have a look at some of these stats, man. Oh my god, like you just wouldn't believe. Astronomical, 16 tries to nil, 989 run meters for the All Blacks. Man, they're just getting tired from like scoring, right? Like, are you kidding me? 141 carries and 989 meters. 47 defenders beaten for the All Blacks. 21 clean breaks. 243 passes. 23 offloads. Oh yeah, the offload again for the All Blacks was, just sublime, beautiful to watch, absolutely beautiful to watch. I'm just so glad that, yeah. So the turnovers conceded, 12 turnovers conceded. For the All Blacks, that's not great. There were so many penalties, as we shall get to in a sec. 131 tackles, 124 tackles. They really weren't making any tackles for the Tongans. 3 missed tackles to 47. That's like, wow. That's almost like, that's like 40%. That's insane. 11 turnovers to turnovers 1. 26 kicks in place to 18. Whereas the Rocks breakdown, Rock lost. Rock success, Moore's won, set plays. Lineouts won 4-7. Lineouts lost 6 lineouts lost out of 7 or 7-1. Oh, okay, I thought they lost more than that. I thought they lost more than 7. I thought they didn't win more than 7. They lost more than that. I thought 50% success rate on the lineouts. 6 scrum loss 2. Scrum success rate 80%. Penalties conceded 13-3. That's the big thing that Fozzie is gonna get mad about. 13 penalties against the All Blacks. This is not penalties received. This is penalties against. So yeah, so a lot of this towards the end of the second half, the discipline really took a nosedive for the All Blacks. A lot of penalties just given out, silly penalties on the breakdown. Yeah, just offsides. 13 penalties to the All Blacks. That is really poor. That's something that you need to work on. But yeah, I guess that's the positives, right? You still have something to work on. It's not a perfect display. Although this is, I think this equals the record for the highest score All Blacks put on against the Tongan team. Will Jordan goes into one of the few P players that's ever scored 5 tries in the test match. Almost getting 6. He looked like he was got really close towards the end. And yeah. Anyway, guys, we've got another really exciting game coming up tonight. Japan versus Ireland? Or is it Scotland? Ireland, I think. I don't know. One of the Palm teams. Anyway, I gotta go. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.